Yo, what is up, guys? What is poppin'? We are back with the IDM. It's week 9 right now. I think the last game I uploaded was the week 7 match. I lost in week 8. I didn't feel like uploading because it was basically 40 turns of Suicune staying in front of me and sub-protect toxic stalling me, which I didn't feel like was worth uploading. Um, so, yeah, we took a loss. Was a pretty annoying game, but it didn't really matter because I already clinched playoffs, obviously. I'm 7-1 heading into this match, tied for the league lead, I think. And yeah, we're playing the Toronto Staraptors, and the coach Ramon, I think is his name. Um, a guy that I like know for quite a while now. Um, he like was in some leagues with me, but we haven't played in a while. So we're taking him on this time, and you see brings the Victini, Hydreigon, which is a super big threat, Amunga, Skarmory, and Dual Electric and Electros and Galvantula. On the team I brought is Specs, Magiana, Restalk, Didi, Arrow, Zygarde, pretty fat that it's never 3 KO'd by Amunga's HPIs, never 2 KO'd by Bandit. Um, Bandit V Create, never 2 KO'd by Glaciate from Victini. Never 2 KO'd, never OKO'd by Scarf Hydreigon, I think. And never 2 KO'd by non-life or the Galvantula either. So pretty sick set that can definitely put in a lot of work and actually set up on the Amoonguss unless he packs the clear smog. Cabellion here is a taunt stealth rock set with close combat and bolt switch. Not too big in this matchup, but it's a nice revenge for Hydreigon or just to switch it uh, into what's called Draco Meteor anyway. Quillfish is a taunt set as well with spikes, waterfall, and poison jab. Licky Licky especially defensive mostly as my Hydreigon switch in. Toxic heal by wish protect, no attacks, I can't touch the Skarmory, but I can just wish pass into anything that I want to. For example, Magiana. And Slower is a Thunder Wave Slacker of Scald Psyshock set with a little bit of speed to outspeed an Amoonguss. And yeah, Thunder Wave just to cripple stuff like Hydreigon and Victini on the switcher, potentially. But yeah, I decided to lead off with my Cobalion to get my rocks up early. He does have removal, but I felt like because he brought sticky webs, I felt like I could just get rocks up and he won't have default on Skarmory because um, spikes help him much more than rocks help me in this matchup. I felt like, even though he has the Victini and the Galvantula, but if he like just hazard stacks me, as I don't have removal this week, he gains more than from keeping rocks off of his side from the field. Because Hydreigon with rocks and spikes up is a like super big threat, can get some 2 KOs that it usually won't get, or all costs it usually won't get. So I have to like be really careful. But I get up my rocks here. No reason to taunt because I'm not running max speed. And I'll just go for the hard switch into Licky Licky. I don't want to take a thunder and get paralyzed potentially. Um, even though I have the heal bar. He goes for the Thunder, which is fine. That's 28%, so he's not a boosting item. I can just go for the Voltage on my Wish, which is definitely fine. He goes into Amoonguss. I think I will just go for... Oh no, I went for Toxic. Yeah, I didn't even go for the Wish. Predicting Hydreigon or Victini to potentially come in, or like just hoping for them. But he goes into Amoonguss, knowing that I can't really touch him. He goes for the Spores. I like just protect to get lefty's back. And I can just go hard into my Zygarde here and start clicking Sleep Talk. If I get Dragon Dances up, like one Dragon Dance allows me to 2 KO this Among Us because it's actually a specially defensive variant, which I found really surprising, but it makes sense versus Magiana. It's not like really a Zygarde check. So getting 1000 arrows is yeah, 38%, 37.7 to be exact. Puts me with Giga Drain, doesn't matter because I have rest and leftovers anyway. This thing can't touch me, so unless he has Clear Smoke, I can just like Sleep Talk and set up to potentially plus sixes. So that's what Gateway again. I will go for the Dragon Dance here, I think, as I get the sleep turns correctly, which is nice. The +1 I can like do a solid chunk to this Among Us, and I think I Dragon Dance once more because if he like puts me to sleep with the Spore, I can just like Sleep Talk again. But I think he goes for the Clear Smoke now, revealing it, which is kind of sad. I could have known that he had it because he didn't show the HPIs early, so his Giga Drain, Clear Smoke, Spore, and I don't know, maybe coverage for Magiana, like Power Fire or so. Yeah, but he like Clear Smokes me. I just go for one more Dragon Dance here, knowing that he will just Giga Drain or Spore me on this turn. Um, As he does just that. Now I can go for the Sleep Talk. If I um, get the 1000 arrows, I can potentially 2-hit KO him. Maybe, probably not. Nah, yeah, I can, but he does for 2 years long now, so I can't. But it's fine. I'm chipping this Among Us down. I'm winning this battle 1 versus 1 all the time. It's nice. I go for another Sleep Talk here, I think. I think I get another 1000 arrows, yeah, which is good for me because I just chipped on the Among Us fairly well. And I think on this next turn I just go for the Dragon Dance. I'm fairly sure I'm getting sleep turns right here, which is nice. The Dragon Dance. Oh no, get the third sleep turn here, so I don't get it right. Makes a good switch into Hydra as it like choose 1000 arrows even with +1, so it can just revenge me. And he actually goes for the U-turn as I switch in Magiana. Smart play on his part, not gonna lie, but he takes rocks and life up, so it doesn't like give him too much because Victini now takes a chip, Hydrang takes a chip. I didn't really think he was going for the U-turn because if I go for Dragon Dance there, I'm in a terrific spot because I can just knock out whatever he wants to come in, or like just hit the Skarmory, and if he doesn't have Raw, I can just set up on it as well. So Victini comes in, and here I'm like, he has to be a special variant with me because physical doesn't gain him anything versus Slowbro, Quillfish, and the Zygarde, so he can be special with U-turn, like a Scarf set, for example. And just U-turn out to keep up momentum because I feel like he's kind of behind at the moment. And like if he goes for the blue flare, it's a roll to kill me. A roll that I think is in my favor, around the 50-50. So I decided to go for the Volt Switch, making this super aggressive play, and like try to catch him on the U-turn and then like get initiative right back. But he actually goes for the blue flare, gets the roll, and knocks me out. Unless he stacks, obviously, then he was like guaranteed to kill me. But I can bring in my Zygarde now. I know that I can take on this Victina and can just fire off 1000 arrows here on the switch. Goes into Electros. Shoutouts to the Philadelphia Eagles nicknames here, like best team in the league right now. My favorite team for a while now. So shout out to that. Smart nicknames, my guy. Electros goes down. He said after the game he was like sacking it because like he mainly brought it for my what's called Talonflame. So he didn't feel like he needed the Electros, and it's fine sack right now because he couldn't go into Among Us because after Rocks was 2 KO per 1000 arrows, and like he didn't have another switch in because if he goes hard Skarmory and knock him out, or knock him down on the ground and kill him with the next 1000 arrows potentially. So yeah, good sack on his part. He goes into Hydreigon now. I have to go into my Cobalion here as he makes another prediction and goes for the Earth Power as I have the Sugar Berry, but he like makes another big prediction and gets that right. But Hydreigon is getting chipped down because I'm at -1 speed. I can't revenge him here with close combat, but it's fine. Like I can just go into my Licky Licky and now fire off a Wish in case he wants to stay in. I figured now after seeing U-turn and Earth Power, I figured he has to have dual step and not have Roost because without Dark Pulse he can't beat a Karma Mega Bro, and like without Dragon coverage he can't beat Zygarde obviously. So go for a Wish here. I think I like just protected to get the Wish by myself. But he actually decides to default. Obviously protect blocks it, but he can just default again. I think I go for just a Wish here because he's going to default again anyway. So I mean this is fine. Like Zygarde is now a bigger threat than um, it usually is. So I go into my Quillfish here to get a spike up. I think. See, Iron Headman does nothing obviously. I think I get a spike up. This goes into Galvantula to get his webs up again. Here I go for the waterfall, predicting him to go for webs. He actually misses a thunder, which is unfortunate. Definitely would have knocked me out. But yeah, he misses the compound ice. Thunder doesn't hit me. Like I didn't really have a safe switch him because like Licky Licky just invites and Skarmory back. Like I get the waterfall off, which is unfortunate. Go for another waterfall. No, I don't. I thought I did, but he goes for his webs now. Making a smart play. I wish I had gone for the waterfall there to get rid of the Galvantula, but yeah, it happens. He goes for the Volt Switch on my Licky, so I just go for a Wish, I think. Yeah, to like get a safe switch and back into my Zygarde or my Slowbro or whatever, depending on what the switching is. Going to Zygarde as he goes for another Spore, doesn't really matter because as I said, I win this game here 1v1 against this Mungus. I like during the game I always counted like 2 turns of sleep until I realized he always puts me to sleep with spawn. I wasn't resting, but uh, yeah, go for the sleep talk, get the rest. And this Garventula, if he uses HPIs, it's cool, but he has the bug bite. He actually wants to be bug buzz, but it doesn't really matter because bug buzz would have done like 25%. And now I can basically set up on this Garventula here. Um, going for 1000 arrows. I don't know, going for one Dragon Dance and going for another on the next turn, I think. Knowing that he has like doesn't have like the coverage to beat the Zygarde 1v1. Even with Bug Buzz, it didn't really matter in the slightest that he didn't have that he did have Bug Bite over Bug Buzz, but yeah, like it would have bounced anyway because I'm like a lot of HP, a lot of speed depth. Careful, mate. No, I think I'm adamant, but I have a lot of speed depth there to never be too caught by an HPIs anyway after leftovers recovery. So gets a +2 and can fire off 1000 arrows here. He has to either clear smoke or spawn me. Goes for the clear smoke, smartest play, but now I get a kill guaranteed, either on the Among Us or whatever he chooses to go into. I Dragon Dance once again, thinking that he might switch out into Galvantula to sack this thing, but just goes for the Spore, makes a safer play. I still think he should have saved his Among Us over his Galvantula, but yeah, he like gets the right rolls with Sleep Talk here with my Zygarde. I think I go for Dragon Dance now, trying to like put myself in a position where I can potentially sweep +1 because now I'm like knocking out everything he can bring in. Besides obviously the Skarmory, but +1 now I can not just go for 1000 arrows. I think he should have either sacked Galvantula at some point or like just spam clear smoke so that I can't set up. So I goes into Skarmory, 1000 arrows bounces because he's still a flying type and physically defensive, but yeah, he rolls me out, so that's unfortunate. He rolls me into Licky, I can just wish now I think and then go into whatever you want. Or I just go back out into Zygarde, doesn't really matter because he's still smackdown, I can just fire 1000 arrows now. Even if he is at full, he has 30, but it takes the fuck ton from arrows now that he's not a flying type anymore. And I didn't need to wish because everything was at full health. I goes into Galvantula, so had I DD'd here, I would have been in a great spot. I could have made the play, but I didn't want to. But yeah, it's fine. Hydreigon comes back in. I got to my Licky now on his Draco. If he has Focus Blast, he can't 2KO me either, I think. Um, not with Protected leftovers coming back and stuff like that. And I have to wish here, obviously, now. As he goes for another Draco. He's 26, going for the crit, obviously, otherwise he um, can't beat down this Licky. I go for the wish and I can just protect now as he switches out into Skarmory. Fine with me, I'm back at the... Oh no, I went for the Toxic because another Draco did not kill me at all, so maybe I should have gone for the Toxic the turn before, but yeah, I didn't, sadly. Go for the Protect here, obviously, as I got my wish back already. See Roars. Slow comes in and out, you can fire off a Thunder Wave, predicting him to Roar, because he, like, has to respect the Calm Mind Slowbro, or like even Amnesia or something. And like if I'm Amnesia and he lets me like, or Calm Mind lets me set up here, I can basically win from here on out. But I just Thunder Wave, and this guarantees me that I outspeed with everything, even under webs, besides the Licky which can't touch it anyway. I can just like arrow him or taunt him with Quillfish. He's going for the Iron Head now, which is great for me. I can like just um, start spamming arrows, which do a lot, 44%. He has to like roost on me or raw me out. Roast me out into Quillfish, and now I can taunt him, get up another spike if I want to, and then like beat him down with Waterfall. And this Skarmory being taunted and paralyzed means that Quillfish plus Licky basically win the game here because Quillfish beats the Skarmory 1v1 and Licky beats the other two because they are both special attackers and they can't ship me down. So I have another spike here just to like ship down the teeny easily. Go for a waterfall here after his taunt ends up bringing him to either to attack me, knowing that I can go for a taunt. And now on the next turn, I taunt him again, stumping on him a little. as he tries to roost. So this works out perfectly for me. Get some nice chip off him. It's obviously like taking a while to beat the Skarmory because Skarmory is like super fat and Quillfish is not the strongest mon in the world. But slowly but surely this Skarmory goes down. Had I been a Rocky Helmet set, that maybe would have been better. But Black Sludge is also nice because it leaves me always at 100%, which means I can take a Thunderbolt from Victini if you choose to come in with that. I should have gone for another Spike here, but I decided to like just speed up the process because Licky now wins anyway. Victini, yes, as he won't be able to knock me out with the Thunderbolt, which basically means that he is a Scarf set. I think he is, because he like doesn't have a boosting item. Waterfall doesn't knock him out. With another Spike, obviously I would have been able to knock him out. Yeah, go from there, but doesn't matter. I go into my bro now. Reason being, if he actually is a roost, Hydreigon doesn't have either the Dark Pulse or the Dragon Pulse, which means I can like just Thunder Wave it with Slowbro if he's like not Dark Pulse, and if he like is roost with Dragon Pulse, like if he's roost with Dragon Pulse, I can just T-Wave him and go from there. And if he's like if he's like Dark Pulse only, I know that I beat him with with Zygarde 100% of the time. So yeah, Licky can now come in as he shows the Draco and goes down to Life Orb. So after Dark Pulse, obviously he revealed all his moves, so I knew that Licky was winning by just chewing the hit and letting him go down to Life Orb. So yeah, that's the game. 2-0 win for me. Zygarde coming in clutch, basically walling half his, or like basically walling everything on his team besides the Hydreigon, and getting some crucial kills on the Electros, on the Amoonguss, on the Galvantula. That really opened up the game for the way for Licky and Quillfish to beat down like his offensive threat in Skarmory. So this is the game. We improved to 8-1. 1 week left in the regular season. I think I have to play it because I'm tied for the lead in the conference now and I want my first round bye, so I might play for a 6 or something if possible, but we'll see about that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like in the comment if you did, and definitely go check out my next week's battle and then playoffs whenever they come. And yeah, we go from there, I think. So yeah, I'm like confused right now. Have a good day, and I catch you in the next video. See ya.